TCAD 9, Japan pledges $5.5 billion to tackle economic challenges and aid development in Africa.
Tackling this crisis requires a clear focus not only on development for Africa.
Federal government moves to strengthen project accountability in governance.
Every project, we have currently ongoing 50 projects. Each of those projects is addressing a particular area.
Nigeria's Civil Aviation Authority insists on complete shutdown on phones during flights.
Today's engagement is therefore going to address different aspects of the ecosystem.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, our focus is on regulating inland waterways transportation.
Nigeria's rivers and waterways do not just offer beauty and commerce. They are also about safety, regulation, and sustainability.
And Victor, that's where the National Inland Waterways Authority, or NIWA, comes in, making sure our water transportation systems run safely, securely, and responsibly.
Now, from navigation rules to environmental protection, NIWA has a broad mandate. Regulatory services, safety standards, and even licensing requirements are all part of that package.
What challenges remain? Think infrastructure deficits, safety worries, and environmental impacts.
Still, recent developments like the Supreme Court ruling and new regulatory updates show that change is underway.
And in a country where waterways could be a major driver of economic growth, getting the balance right is crucial. Safety, security, and sustainability alongside development.
As the economy expands, our waterways will only become more important. And so we'll keep tracking how regulations shape the future of transportation and trade. I am Victor Azu. Thank you so very much for starting your day with us on Good Morning Nigeria.
And I'm Juma Yusuf. Together with Victor, we'll take you through today's conversation. Up next, the newspaper review with Chikudi Okolo-Gbaja. But first, let's catch the morning highlights with Dennis Adegunoye. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning, Jummai and Victor. Good morning, Nigeria. Here is the morning news. The Japanese government has pledged to strengthen its partnership with African countries through a $5.5 billion investment aimed at tackling economic challenges and fostering development on the continent. This commitment was made by Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba during the opening of the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TCAD 9, in Yokohama. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu expressed Nigeria's readiness to represent Africa in the United Nations Security Council's permanent seat category, emphasizing the need for fair and equitable representation.
Tackling this crisis requires a clear focus not only on development for Africa, but on development with Africa. And I salute Japan for making this the focus of its cooperation with the continent.
Speakers at a one-day sensitization campaign on President Bola Tinubu's midterm achievements, organized by the Federal Information Center in Benin City, have commended the quality of the federal government's intervention programs, projects, and initiatives over the past 2 years. They believe these efforts indicate that Nigeria is on the right path to economic revitalization under President Tinubu's leadership.
A lot of superlative are being given. A lot of empowerment are being given. In fact, including the women empowerment are being given.
The federal government is revamping its approach to delivering good governance by focusing on project accountability. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation is enhancing coordination among stakeholders to eliminate duplication of efforts, as seen at a recent retreat for national project coordinators in Abuja.
And Nigerians should expect improvement in the various facets that these projects are seeking to address. Every project, we have currently ongoing about 50 projects. Each of those projects is addressing a particular area, from agriculture to education to healthcare, name it. Every aspect, is addressed. And there are specific projects with project objectives.
And the federal government has reaffirmed commitments to empowering the National Directorate of Employment, NDE, to create millions of jobs for unskilled and unemployed Nigerians. Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Megari Dingyadi, made this statement during an inspection of the ongoing construction of the new NDE headquarters in Abuja, slated for completion by the end of the year.
The contractor is trying very hard to ensure that he meets our targets. So I am satisfied with what I have seen, and so far so good. I do hope that the NDE will try to move in as quickly as possible.
In a major move to strengthen aviation safety, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has ordered that all mobile phones must be switched off completely during flights on Nigerian airlines. The DG NCAA, Chris Najomo, stated this during an emergency meeting of the National Civil Aviation Security Committee in Abuja.
Today's engagement is therefore going to address different aspects of the ecosystem, the regulator, airline security, airspace security, airport security, and of course, the traveling public who do not only have rights, but have responsibilities.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has paid a condolence visit to Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo in Okene following the passing of his father, Ahmed Momo Sani Ododo. The Vice President was accompanied by Borno State Governor Baba Gana Zulum. Prior to the visit, Shettima had attended the third-day prayer at the residence of the late Mohammed Modu Manga in Maiduguri, paying his respects to his brother-in-law.
We are here at the behest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to commiserate with the government and people of Kogi State, and most especially the Ododo family, over the demise of the patriarch of the family, late Alhaji Ahmed Momo Sani. He was a community leader, a philanthropist, and his son is truly a worthy scion and ambassador for the family. May Allah grant his soul eternal rest and reward him with his Al-Jannah Firdaus.
And that's the news at this time. Good morning, Nigeria continues after the break with Victor and Jume. Stay with us.